Just wanted to show that I have made some even more progress on my hoodie. I'm almost done with one sleeve, and on the ribbing as of right now for the cuff, I think I'm going to make a length of the cuff about double, so I'm kind of shooting for like 4 inches, I think, just so I can roll it over to have it kind of have an effect more like this, have like a rolled cuff. That way, if it's really long, I can always fold it over to keep my hands warm if it's cold, if I'm out on the beach or something in Washington. So I'm shooting for that, and if I don't like it, I can always just take it out and shorten it. But anyway, making some great progress. In the next video, hopefully it's done. But yeah, I think it's turning out great. I absolutely love it. Again, the fabric this yarn is making with this texture is absolutely just delicious. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, squishy, comfy. I cannot wait to live in this hoodie. I'm so excited. So there's progress on that. And then I also got some mail in. So I was watching a YouTube video of a podcaster that I watch, or vlogger, not knitting related. She's more of like a fashion lady. Anyway, she had on a really cute cardigan that was in a pastel yellow color, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. But I don't know if I necessarily wanted yellow. I was thinking more like green or pink. I decided on green. So I wanted to make another cardigan kind of like this one, but in a pastel kind of like maybe mohair color. And so I bought, this one's just from a store, but I love this. I live in this cardigan this time of year. It's just warm enough without making me super sweaty, and I love the oversized fit of it. It also has a split hem, it has pockets, and it has exposed seams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cardigan, I don't want to say heavily based on this cardigan that I bought at the store, but I'm going to try my best to get it to match this one as close as possible. So I ended up buying the Coast Holstgarn yarn, and I've already opened up that box, so there's not going to be like a big reveal, but I bought the color Lime. And if you don't know what Holstgarn is, it is a yarn company based in Denmark. I believe it's Denmark. Anyway, it is a wool and cotton blend, and here's the color. It is so soft already, y'all, like so soft and squishy. Bought it on a comb. There's a lot of yardage on this bad boy, but my plans is I'm gonna hold it single. See if it'll pop up there. I don't know if it's gonna focus any more than that, but you can get the gist of how thin this yarn is. So I'm gonna hold it single with some mohair. Absolutely love this. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna do some test swatching and see what kind of needle size I would prefer, because I'm not really using a pattern for this. This is just gonna be off the dome. So I'm excited, but the mohair I'm gonna use is a white, so I'm hoping that white kind of subtles this down a tiny bit to make it a little bit more, I don't want to say pastel-y, but instead of it being like a pistachio, make it, or a lime, like that's the colorway, it is lime. I don't know if you can see in there, but just make it a little bit more subtle. But I would love, not with this dress on, maybe just a neutral tank top that I make or something, but I would love a cardigan in this color. I'm so excited. And it smells good. Like, you can smell like the spinning oils, but it's so soft. I love it. But I'm gonna make some swatches, and hopefully in the next video I will have those done so I can show y'all. I'm already kind of thinking maybe a US 3 or a US 4. I would love to use a 4, but I think depending on, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna try it out. I'll let you know. But I also got some other yarn in the mail finally. I've been waiting forever for this. Good thing I've been working out. Oh my god. What are these? Okay. Just some little promotional coupon type things. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so the mohair that I bought came in. Oh, what is that? It's my hair. So I got this Aloft mohair. It is just white. Just a basic white. So I figured I got 6 of them all together. So figured that should be enough to make a cardigan. If not, I can always buy more. But I figured pairing those two together would give it kind of like a marled-ish effect, but also tone down the green just slightly. So I'll swatch that up and let y'all know how it goes. Because this one obviously does not have mohair in it. But I'm hoping to do the same kind of texture in this, which I don't think it's brioche. It doesn't look like brioche, but it kind of does at the same time. I don't know. Like, I've done brioche. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to do brioche, but it kind of looks like that slightly. Like maybe a half brioche stitch or something. Anyway, I'll find some kind of textured pattern to do with it, or just maybe stockinette stitch. I don't know. Like I said, I'll swatch. So while I was getting the mohair, I thought, well, it would be kind of fun to look and see what else they have on the shop website. And I just love socks, and this one was on sale. I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head how much it was on sale, but I want to say it was like at least $1 or $2 or something. Anyway, so I bought some Hawthorne fingering weight sock yarn. And this beautiful color, like look at that orange just in yellow speckling. I love that for a pair of socks. I thought, how fun is that? So it has 357 yards on it. And it's 80% superwash fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide. It does say you can put this in the washing machine on cold, tumble dry on low. I'll probably, at least for the first wash, put it into a soak and block type of situation like I tend to do with my socks. And then afterwards I do put my hand knit socks that are able to go into a washing machine. I put them into a delicates bag, like a little washable delicates bag. And I do put them in there on low, on delicate cycle, all of that. But then I lay them flat to dry. So I don't normally put my socks in the dryer, even if they say they can. But anyway, I'm so excited for this. And I just thought, why not? So I bought a solid, or not a solid, it's more tonal. But I thought, how pretty would this be to be maybe some heels and toes? for this sock yarn. I thought that would be pretty. Oh, and this color is the Compass Kettle Dye, it says. Compass Kettle Dye. Already. But I just could not resist. I thought it was too fun. I hardly ever knit with like bright bold colors, but all of a sudden, like, I'm normally more of a neutrals fan or like a darker colored fan, but who am I? Literally, who am I? I don't understand. Like, really, what is going on with me? Maybe I just need more color in my life. Maybe I'm just so sick of being in this state and I'm ready to move. I'm ready for summer and sunshine that I'm trying to manifest it in my knitting. But I cannot wait. I may actually start these on some double pointed needles, and I'm not a huge fan of double pointed needles for socks, but I'm so just, oh, I love these. They just make me happy. Like, looking at this color just makes me think of sunshine and sunflowers. Oh, I love it. So with these, I went on to Quince Co. I, was watching a movie with my husband. We love the Conjuring universe movies, and I fell in love with Daniela's striped sweater on Annabelle Comes Home. If you're not into scary movies, don't watch them. I love scary movies. So, but anyway, I loved her sweater. I will post a photo of it over here and let you see it. But I got onto Quince Co. and made a purchase a while ago. It finally came in the mail. I bought 2 of each color. Oops, one just fell. Bought 2 of each color, and I have started it. It's going to be my weekend knit now since my sister's vest is finished. So I would show you, but there's like nothing to show. It's like literally 4 rows of ribbing. So that's not fun. I'll show it probably in the next video. But here's one color. It is called Peacoat. It's by Quince Co. and these are all in their Finch weight or Finch. Oh my god, I loss of words. Peacoat is one of the colors. This one is called Stream. It's a light blue. See how many of these I can hold at once. Okay, and then obviously we had a neutral. I think it's supposed to be like an ecru kind of color. It's called Egret. Hopefully I said that right. Anyway, so there's a beautiful neutral. It's very creamy. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Like, this is.
Oh my god. What? Oh, I got ink on this. I have to wash it.
I'll deal with it in a moment. I got some of my packaging ink on me. Anyway, I digress. Beautiful, yellowy, very subtly yellow, neutral white undyed color. There we go. Then we have this beautiful pinky color called Clay, and that's like, these are actually showing up pretty true to color, honestly, like darn freaking good for a camera phone, or for my phone's camera. It's showing up pretty well, but that is in the color Clay, and it's so pretty. Oh my god. And then we have this big bold color. Ooh, look at that girl, pink lipstick. Ooh, love it. So she is Rosa Rugosa. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And then the last one, oh, I have to put these down. It's hurting my hand to hold them all. The last one is called Honey. And it almost, it is called Honey, but it looks kind of ochre to me. Or like a greeny, lime green color. Even in person, like maybe some, I don't know, like goldy green. I don't know, it almost kind of matches my eyes a little bit, my hazel eyes. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a brown, green, yellow, gold color. I love it. But anyway, all of those are going to be a striped sweater, which you'll see more progress in the videos to come. Hey everybody, as you can see, I have finished my traveler hoodie. So yeah, I went ahead and soaked and blocked it, and I will be putting in a little clip of me wearing it right now. So you can see that after soaking and blocking it, it actually got a decent amount of like give to it. And I'm really loving the 4-inch cuffs that I decided to do. I can always roll them up or roll them down depending on, you know, weather preference, if my hands are cold or not. But absolutely love this. This is an Andrea Mowry pattern, and I made it out of the, oh my head is spacing out right now, the Quince Co Chickadee in the color Fox. Sorry about that. So, yeah, what I have been knitting on since is the striped sweater that I mentioned, which I've made some progress on, so I'll show that one first. So these are going to be some works in progress that I have going on. So the only finished item that I have for this entire video, I believe, is the traveler hoodie. Yep. Oh, and before I do that, I am wearing my Cumulus Tee. So the only thing about this with this yarn, I definitely think it's this yarn that does this, but the I-cord hem on the sleeves roll up a lot. I don't know if anyone else has that issue, but this yarn from Yarn Bee, the Yarntopia stuff, it really rolls all the time. Like, I did put elastic into my neckband. I think I've mentioned that before, and I think it lays perfectly, because before I did that, it was like down to here and showing a little too much. Anyway, so that's what I'm wearing. It's a pattern by PetiteKnit. It's a raglan sleeve, top-down construction with a V-neck. I'm sure you all have seen it, but if not, that is who designed it. I do think that next time I make it, I'm gonna do either the small or medium. I did want this size in a large just so I would have a lot of room. I love having oversized clothing, but I do feel like in this type of tee, it would be nice to have something a little bit more form-fitting. But anyway, absolutely love it. I do love the yarn. It is extremely soft. I do have 2 other colors with the quantity to make this, and I do think I will. It's just I will definitely be making smaller sizes, because I think the smaller size mixed with the yarn may make it a little bit better on the sleeves. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Back to my striped sweater. So I've put in a little bit of progress on this, and whoops. So here we go. These are the color stripes going on right now. You can kind of see. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 5 rows of each color. This is the front of the sweater. On the back there are short rows to shape the neck. You can see that that's where I joined, so I have a little jog, but I have been doing pretty well about not getting other jogs in this. So like if I flip it, so you can kind of see this seam here, kind of where I've been slipping stitches to get more even. I do think that whenever I block it, it'll even out, but if it doesn't, it's at my back, and it's not necessarily noticeable unless I point it out to you. But absolutely love it. It is a raglan shaped sweater, so you are making increases on either side of these markers as you go. And yeah, I'm still working on the yoke right now. Like I said, this is my weekend knit now that I'm done with my sister's slipover. So I've been working on that, you know, here and there. The yarn for this is the Quince Co Finch base, and have all my yarn in my little canvas tote bag from Old Navy. Anyway, I just like to use these bags as little project bags. They're the perfect size. So I've been working on that. And oh, I did make progress on Brad's sock. I literally only worked on this like for a little bit after, but I have made some progress on the foot. Last time y'all saw it, I was down right past the heel flap and just getting ready to go on the gusset. Sorry, my needle's in there. Anyway, so I am working on the foot. I think I still have like another inch to go. And I do think I'm going to, I ordered some of those, oh my gosh, my brain. The light bulb stitch markers. I did order some of those because I don't have any, and the only ones I have are these like colorful ones. So they're really thick compared to the light bulb ones, and I don't really feel comfortable putting this into my stitches for a sock and have it mess up the gauge or like elongate that stitch or widen that stitch a little bit. So I'm gonna wait until those, you know, smaller light bulb stitch markers come in, and I'm gonna go through and count them up. And this is my progress keeper. This is a smaller clasp than those ones, so I'm not really worried about this stretching out a stitch or anything. But I don't have many of these, with the measuring of the leg all the way down the foot, like the Crazy Sock Lady suggests. Yeah, so I'm working on that sock here and there. This is kind of like when I just want something super simple, knitting, that's it, I pick this up. Anyway, so that's that progress. I'm gonna just tuck my needle in here. This is what I do. I tend to just shove my needle into the sock. So normally, I will say normally, I like to do a magic loop for my socks, but I think at the time when I picked when I started this sock, I was working on the 9-inch circular needles with a size 2, and I was working on that the entire cuff, and I got to the heel and switched over to my double pointed to do the heel flap and turn, and then the gusset. And then after I got through with that, I'm like, you know what? My tension's still fine. I'm gonna just continue on the double pointed needles. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. What can I say? I just, you know, I like to switch things up every now and then. So, anyways. So, my next two projects are like my bigger garment. Well, I don't want to say, they're not both big. One is big and one is small. But they are both garments and absolutely beautiful. And I think that this got shifted a little bit at some point. There we go. Okay, so I have two projects I'm working on. One is kind of large, one is more of a summer knit. Both by Sari Nordlund. So I will start off with the summer one since summer is about to be here. What, I think the 21st or 24th? I think it's the 21st. So anyway, I hope I pronounce this right, but I am making her Kuutar top. Oh, and these things up here, I have like a stapleless punch hole thing that I can, I guess, staple together in some way, and I just find that it's easier for my patterns just to be able to, you know, flip and turn it. So, just in case you were wondering what all these holes were. But yes, it's a beautiful pattern. It's just a pretty little summer tank top with this gorgeous lacework pattern up at the top. So I am making mine out of Knitting for Olive, the pure silk, and I have the mandarin orange color, and that's showing up pretty true to color. I found on their website it looked a little bit more like saturated, but whenever I got it, it's very more like, I don't know, toned down a little bit, which I don't mind. I think it's beautiful. And I am working these on a US 2.5 or a 3mm, and make sure I'm going to show the right side. So this is the progress I've made so far, and I'll show it actually what it will look like as worn. I think it's so pretty. So there are some wrapped stitches in this pattern, which I've actually never done before, but super easy. Don't feel discouraged at all. I think this is a great pattern for anybody, even a beginner who wants to try lace, because it really is like, as long as you know how to knit, purl, knit two together, do a SSK, purl through the back loop, knit through the back loop, you know, you're fine. Yarn over, yeah, it's super straightforward, and the wrap turn, like, she tells you how to do it in the pattern. Super simple, beautiful, absolutely love it. I've just been kind of working on this here and there, and let me tell you what size I'm making real quick. I circled it. I'm making the 3rd size. So that is for a bust circumference of 36.5, and that is slightly smaller than my breast circumference or bust circumference. Oh my god. Anyway, so I saw in here it is intended to have, I believe, like narrow, no, not negative, but just 0 ease, 0 to negative ease. So I figured I would go down instead of go up, because I don't want it to be just like super loose. If I'm gonna make a tank top that has like this kind of pattern in it, I want it to be really pretty and be shown off, you know. I did do a provisional cast on. I just used it in the regular, or not the regular color, oh my god. Ah! Anyway, I just did it in the actual yarn. I know some of y'all may be gasping like, how could you, Melissa? Oh my god, you have to use a contrasting. You know, I've done so many. I don't, you do you, I'll do me, we're all good. So that's what I did, and that's just what I did. I used a crochet hook to do mine, so I have some chains here on the end, where I know that that's going to be where I pull out and attach or put the stitches back onto the needle later on, if that's what we're doing. I'm assuming, because normally in patterns when you do a provisional you end up picking up those sticks. Lord, coffee will help me. I'm so sorry. Stitches. Normally whenever you do a provisional cast on in a pattern, you then go back later to pick up stitches, not sticks. Don't pick up sticks unless you're gonna throw it for your dog or something. Anyways, so I actually have, I believe, 5 balls of the pure silk, so I don't know if I'm gonna need them all, but I am still on my first one and I feel like I've hardly touched it. So we'll see. Super excited about that. And then the other Sari Nordland pattern I've been working on. Let me pick it up. I believe it is called Lumme pullover. Sorry, I'm trying to do this just so I don't show off any of the stuff. So I'm sure y'all have seen this before. And if you haven't, it's a color work pattern for a sweater. And it is just 2 colors for color work, so you're not going to have to worry about doing a ton of color switching or anything. But yeah. Oh, and here's the pattern name, Lumme pullover. by Sari Nordlund. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Let me get that. So I would have stapled these together, but the punch I have, it only goes up to 10 sheets. And this had 14 and it would not fit. I tried. So anyway, I'm just having to use my little pink paper clip. So that's the pattern. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I am knitting it out of the Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino. So this is the color Soft Cognac. So this is going to be my main color. And I just absolutely love it. Anyways, I bought like, oh, it smells so good. I love that. I'm sorry, this is a tangent. If you've been here since the first like video, you know I love the smell of like a sheepy wool. I love that. I'm sorry if you find it nasty, whatever. I love it. It's like a clean sheep, but like you can smell like it has a good scent to it. Oh my God. Anyway, I digress. So that's the main color, Soft Cognac. And then the other color I'm using is this, I believe it's Coal. Give me a minute, I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab another ball. And yes, I was right. Sorry, I did all that. I was just starting to think, it's like, is this really Coal? Because I was looking at two different colors. And I couldn't remember which one I chose. But yes, I chose this one. It is in the color Coal. I don't think it's going to adjust because I am on my just camera phone. Or my phone. I don't know why I keep saying camera phone. Oh my God. I'm going to be one of those ladies. Anyway, Knitting for Olive. And this is the contrast color. And so far the progress I have made on this bad boy. There we go. Trying to get my yarn situated. It's about this far. So I've gotten through the collar. The only thing I've modified so far is I took 1 centimeter out of the collar. I figured once I got to this length, which I don't want to give anything away, but I mean, I just took 1 centimeter out. I'm doing the extra large because I want it to be very oversized. Actually, I don't even think it's the extra large. Extra large, yeah, so the size 5. Which normally in this pattern, I probably would have ended up going with the medium. So I went 2 sizes up because I want just a big, just, oh, comfy sweater. Anyways, so here's the neckline so far. It's, oh, so nice. I do think I'm maybe putting elastic into this so it cinches a little bit more depending, I don't know. Once I get farther along, I'll be able to try it on and make that decision. Oh, I almost forgot. I also did a tubular cast on for the neckline instead of the one that she called for in the pattern. I just love a tubular cast on. I just think it looks so good. I don't mind doing it, and I just I follow the tutorial that Andrea Mowry has on her website, or her website. Melissa, my God, on her YouTube channel. She has a video. But anyway, this is as far as I've gotten. I have my little bee stitch marker for my beginning of row. And yeah, I'm just plugging away on this. I actually just started it yesterday, so I got a decent amount of time in on it. I would say like maybe like an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. Absolutely love it. So I'll be working on that and my tank top majority of the time because I love that. And I'm gonna start knitting for the opposite season. I believe, because I feel like for me, I've been getting a lot of anxiety because it is warmer weather right now and I don't really have that many summer knits or anything like that to wear. And every time it gets to this season, I want to make those things because I want to wear them, but then by the time I would finish it, it's gonna be fall. And then your girl ain't gonna be able to wear her tank tops and stuff that she makes. So that's why I'm kind of putting this onto the front burner. I'm gonna try and get this done, hopefully by mid-July, so I can wear it for at least a little bit. But that's one of the main reasons I'm working on this now. So even though it's warm, I luckily have AC in this apartment for like another month. And then when we're moving, we will have to buy like a little AC unit for the window because they don't, the place that we're moving to, it doesn't have AC. So we'll probably be just cracking windows, using a fan. Y'all know. Anyway, so that's why I'm working on this now. Even though it's hot outside, I just want to be able to have this ready by fall. So I'm going to start kind of doing that. So you'll probably see this upcoming fall where I'm going to be working on a little bit more tank tops and stuff like that in my green cardigan, which is the last thing I have to show because I did swatch for it. And whoop, I get to use a size 5 needle. US, I'm so excited. So for that, for a size 5 needle, that is a 3.75 millimeter needle. And so I did a couple of swatches. I used a US 3 and a US 4. So I used a 3.25 millimeter and a 3.50 millimeter needle. And I didn't quite like the way that the fabric was working up. It was just a little bit too tight, and I knew that with blocking it would bloom, and I wanted something more airy because I am going to be making this for kind of like not necessarily like a summer spring cardigan, but just like all year round cardigan, but I wanted it to be a little bit more airy. So here is my swatch. So this is out of the US size 5 or 3.75 millimeter needle. And I just have it here in my project book. And if you're wondering how I got it to just stick on this paper, I actually bought this oh God, it has like cat hair all over it. Story of my life, cat hair on everything. So I use this tape glue runner. It's kind of like, the whiteout type of stuff. It's just like that. You just take the little tab off, you have this, and you run it on what you want to glue down. Then you stick it on there. So I just took the glue runner and I just glued onto the paper, and then I put the swatch on top of it so I can keep an eye on it. But I love the marling that's happening. I love how it's toned down the green just ever so slightly with that white mohair. You can kind of see some of the halo that's going on. And over here is pretty much just my notes on it. Just saying it's, cardigan that I'm going to be making up, and the type of yarn, which I've already spoke about before. Still haven't decided on the stitch yet. I know that I swatched in stockinette and I really loved that, so I may just be knitting it in stockinette. Oh, it's so pretty and so soft. I'm sorry, I keep touching it, almost like, those sensory books for kids, they have like a little puppet here in America where you put your finger through it and all that, and all types of books are, out there for little kids. It's almost something like that where I can open it and be like, ooh, this is soft. But anyway, that's just in my little project book for now, and that is going to be worked up, I believe, this fall / winter. So whenever I'm done with these items here that I'm working on, I'm going to be working on this afterwards, probably along with another Cumulus top, and probably my socks will be coming up after that, and I believe I'm probably just going to do a big sock tube with that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching my little clips. I will be not posting. Thank you for watching these clips, and I will see you in the next one. Hi! It's another day. Figured I should show some of my progress on some of the things. I know I'm quite liking the way I'm doing these videos. It's just easier on me than doing the standard, like, standard knitting podcasts where I see a lot of people doing, like, well, and I did it too at the beginning. I have Luna here. But where you start off with, like, what you're wearing, finished objects, whips, and acquisitions and chats and stuff, and for me it's easier if I do this channel in this format for now anyway. So I'll see how long it lasts, but I know I've done it for a couple videos. I hope you all enjoy it. I know I'm enjoying it. But anyway, it's just a bit easier on me for my timing and my other hobbies that I like to do as well. So anyways, yeah, let me show you the progress I've made. So as you've seen in my clip before, I have finished my traveler hoodie. And so that one is in the closet today. It's a bit warm, so I will show you some of my other things. All right, so the one I've been working on mostly today, well, and a couple of other days since I last showed this, is my Lumme Sweater by Nordland. I'm knitting it out of Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino, and this is the main color that I'm using, and I just spoke about that in my last clip, so you know all about that. But this is the progress I've made. It is beautiful. I just separated for the sleeves. I'm holding my sleeve stitches on my barber cords. And I did try it on for fit, and it is fitting perfectly for my oversized look I'm going with. Oh, so if I kind of hold it there, I can probably show you a little bit. So about to right there on it. But it's so pretty. Oh, absolutely love it. Love it, love it. I'll show you a little sneak peek of the floats. Ooh, inside. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on today. I'm actually using my little shorty Licka needles. I don't know if it's going to actually focus in this, but anyway. US 7s or 4.5 millimeters. And I'm just plugging away on that. Today, just knitting. Anyway. My other project I've been working a lot on, I worked on this mostly during the weekend and last week here and there. I made a lot of progress. So this was pretty much all of last week I was knitting on, and if you follow me on Instagram, I did post a little photo of me trying this on to just see fit and everything before I got a little too far down the road of where I didn't want to have to frog anything. So here is my Kuutar tank top, also by Nordland, and I think it is looking so pretty. I'll post a photo of me wearing my top over here on the side just to show you. I have made a little bit more progress since trying that on and taking that photo. In the last clip, I believe I only had the front side done, and Luna, that is not for you. Sorry, my cat is trying to chew on the yarn connected to the ball. She loves to do that. No ma'am, let's go away. Thank you. She's a little feisty right now, but I love this pattern. It is so addicting. I have found that it has absorbed all of my wants and needs. I don't even know if that is the right way to say it. Absorbed. No, that's not the right word. It has taken up all of my time last week because I just love it so much. It's all I want to work on. I think it is so captivating. It is extremely fun to knit. I have not gotten bored yet, and you know, honestly, I'm to the body of just stockinette, and it has been so nice. Once I got through all the lace and I went ahead and did the straps, I know that, well, I don't know if I can say that, but like in the maybe I could. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyway, in the pattern you do this straps last, kind of like you would for a sweater. Most sweaters say to do the sleeves last. I don't follow that either. I tend to always do the sleeves or straps of my projects pretty much after I join or cast on for the underarm. That's just what I do. I think it gives me a better fit. So I went ahead and did that. And it is absolutely lovely. I love it so much. I think the color is beautiful. I love the stitches. I just thought this was so addicting. So absolutely addicting. I love it. And so pretty much I'm just on Body Island, just knitting away on it. Absolutely love it. Again, here is the lace. You can see it a bit more up close. And this pattern does have some wrapped stitches, not very many, so again, don't be worried about that if you're thinking of trying it. I know she's also hosting a summer tank top knit along, so if you're interested, you can definitely get on and, you know, make one, join her knit along. Absolutely lovely. Definitely gonna make another one of these. It is so pretty. Oh, and I'm knitting this out of the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the Mandarin Orange. I think I mentioned that in my last clip also, but just in case I did not, or in case you missed that, if you were up cleaning or knitting and weren't looking or what have you, because I do that, honestly. I am obsessed with watching knitting podcasts. I will put them on and either knit, clean the house, do whatever, and sometimes I go back and rewatch them because I don't have anyone here to knit with me. And so for me, putting on knitting podcasts, it's, you know, just to kind of feel like you're hanging out with someone or just like hearing someone talk about yarn and just knitting in general or crocheting. It's fun. And so for me, I bought all this yarn on my own. I did not get anything gifted to me. I wish. But nope, I bought all of this and I love the fabric it's making so far. I am curious to see the wear on this because I noticed today I was wearing my forgot which number camisole it was by My Favorite Things Knitwear, but I made it last summer, and it's in a plum color by Knit Picks in their Lindy chain yarn, and I just noticed today that it was actually starting to break at the strap, so I'm gonna have to go and mend that because I was wearing that this morning, and when Lily's meowing, sorry, but I was wearing that this morning before my workout, and whenever I, you know, got changed to put on my sportswear, I noticed, oh, there is some hanging off strands that were not there before, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna be kind of interested to see in the wear of this because it's very similar straps, and I would really hope that this lasts a little more than a year because obviously I wore the other one a lot. So yeah, hoping to make another one of these and see how well it holds up. Okay, let's see. What else do I have in my knitting basket here? Oh, that's right. I did finish Brad's sock since my last clip. And I did go through and I marked all of the rows. So I did every 10 rows, I put a marker down. This one has the little mushroom progress keeper that I made just to show that that is where I put my heel flap in on that row. But he put them on, he loves them, they fit great, so I'm very happy about that. And I went ahead and I started the other ones. So as you can see on here, I have only gotten a little past 10 rows, and I'm knitting these on my little 9-inch circulars because I did that for this leg of this sock before doing the heel flap, and that's when I changed to double pointed needles. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. But I do think after this pair of socks, I'm going to go back to magic loop because that is my preferred method. I mean, I like the 9-inch, but I feel like it's kind of a chore for me to have to go and get my double pointed needles out to do the heel flap and gusset and then put the 9-inch circular back on, do up the foot, and then put double pointed on for the toe. It's just, I can't be bothered to do that crap. No thank you. I'm gonna just do magic loop. I don't have to worry about anything. Oh my god, it is, for me, the best method of making socks is magic loop, but this was a fun way to experiment which one I would like the most. He does like the fit of this though, and I think that, I don't know, I think it's mostly probably the yarn because I actually have a pair of his other socks I've made. So this is out of Knit Picks, and I think this is in the color Lapis that I made him. And you can see, like, it's slightly larger width-wise. Like, it's the same length and all, but, like look at that. You can see it poking out over here, too. It's just, like, a wee bit too big gauge-wise, and I did it with the number 2 size needle, US, and I'm wondering, I guarantee honestly, it's probably because this was non-superwash and this one is. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But, I mean, this is a beautiful color. It looks so good on my husband. He has the perfect skin tone for this. Alright, but anyway, I did get this sock done. I think it is beautiful. Got the second one going, so we'll see that progress. This is, like, I feel like socks are the project for me that probably now take me the longest. My record for socks that I ever did was literally, I got a whole, my hair, oh my god. I did a blowout on my hair and it's a little sticky from the product, so there we go, that looks decent. But no, my record for socks is I literally knit a pair for myself, so a woman's size, 10 in US or like a 41 in European size foot. I did that pair in 2 days. That was a marathon. But I don't do that anymore. Like, it literally takes me forever to make socks nowadays. Like, literally this one's been over a year. If I didn't have my other projects, probably a little over a week, I would assume. But I don't know, it's kind of it's my car knitting, or when I just need something that's finer, and I don't know. It's one of those projects. If you know, you know. I'm sure all of you watching this that knit know what I mean. About having, you know, different projects for different purposes, you know. Like I have the color work. Whoops, sorry, Lily. I have the color work sweater I'm working on that's even a thicker weight. It's a pretty heavier weight than all my other projects. So it's kind of two things. It's kind of nice knitting on slightly chunkier size needles, or thicker needles, I should say, and then having the color work aspect. And then I could always switch over to, you know, plant-based fiber, or not plant-based. Oh my god, this is not cotton. It is silk. Anyway. My brain. Anyway, or switching over to a lighter weight yarn, knitting it on smaller needles, you know, a variety. I like a variety. I think we all do. After watching the Espace de Tricot podcast, they were showing off this yarn. And, oh gosh, I don't have the label on me. Do I? Oh, I do. It's right here. Oh my gosh, I swear my knitting basket is like just full of like trashy stuff, like labels and excess things that probably don't need to be in here. Anyway, so it is this yarn. So it's Queensland collection, Brighton Beach, and there's the extra specs on it. I don't know if it's going to actually focus. Anyway, it is 45% linen, 35 cotton, and 20 acrylic for that yarn. And the color is Orange Cup Coral. Orange Cup Coral, and it is absolutely beautiful. So on their website, it showed up a lot more saturated. Like, I thought it was gonna be like really saturated colors, but honestly, whenever I got it, I was so happy. I mean, I would have liked the saturated one too. I bought that, but I was actually a little bit more, my anxiety was calmed a bit once I saw this, because it's a bit more muted. And it's pretty true to color there on the screen. It's very muted, but like these colors, the reds and blues, were showing up very saturated on their website. Or maybe it was my computer, I don't know. Beautiful. And then I bought some of their skeins. This is the Knitting for Olive cotton merino. Is this the tag? Yes, cotton merino. And actually that's not the tag. I know it's cotton merino, but it's in the color Piglet, and I think I may have thrown that one away. Maybe? No, I lied. I have it right here. So I got the Knitting for Olive, the cotton merino, and the colorway Piglet. And this is 70% cotton, 30% wool. And it's traceable, the OEKO text standard, you know, all that fancy stuff. So I bought a couple of these, and I thought, hey, those look really nice together when I saw them online. And then I got this idea of doing a Shifty. How fun. So as you, well, I don't know if you know, but many people do know of the Shifty. I will post it here. It is a beautiful sweater designed by Andrea Mowry. I am going to make it more of a summer top. So instead of using, you know, the wools and stuff to make it more like fall winter garment, I was like, you know, I would really like to have like a summer or spring summer, you know, t-shirt. So far this is what I have. I cast it on a little bit after my first clip because this yarn came in, and I thought, oh my god, I've got to, you know, put it on the needles. So this pattern does incorporate short rows. Just so if you see my needles down here poking out, that's exactly why, is short rows from the back side. But it's working up really beautiful. I'm very happy with the way it is turning out, especially since it is, you know, color work, even though it is mosaic color work knitting. It's not like a Fair Isle or stranded or anything like that, but it is really nice. I'm sorry, I have a little tangle here. They've just been kind of nesting in my, you know, knitting basket bag, and anyway, I'm just trying to somewhat get it taken care of. And you do not need to be eating my barber cords. Thank you. I love you. Sorry, I just heard her mowing down over here. She loves to chew on these things. I have to keep an eye out because she will chew them apart. She's done it so many times already. Yeah, see? She likes to chew those, and she never eats them or swallows them or anything, but she does love to chew on my stuff. So anyway, I'll just put those in there. I normally actually keep this basket away from them at night too. So whenever I'm not knitting on them, they always go back in, and it actually has like a little like drawstring to like cinch it shut, and I put it in the closet at night because for some reason it's only when I'm working on them. They love to, mostly Luna, but Lily will do it too. They love to go and just chew through the yarn connected. They'll chew through here until it detaches, and then that's it. They run away. It is very frustrating. They never actually chew the garment or the actual ball itself. It's always, they just like to like bite into the string, disconnect it, and then they run off and do their cat stuff. So Anyway, I'm gonna pull that closer to me to keep an eye on it since she's not being a good girl right now. Anyways, so back to this. So I just absolutely love this pattern. I have made the night shift shawl. I've shown that before in my earlier podcasts that I've made, and I absolutely love it. And I do believe that this yarn does a great job of keeping it looking nice, because I know since it doesn't have a lot of toothy wool, it's not going to have that same like effect that it does in the pattern. Like if you look at it, it kind of, after blocking it, all those toothy fibers tend to kind of go like this, and they kind of hug each other, and it makes it look cohesive, no holes, gaps, anything like that, and it looks beautiful, and it kind of makes it look like watercolor whenever you knit any kind of color work with that kind of wool. But with this stuff, and I already know in my head I want it to be a summer t-shirt. I don't mind if there's a little bit of ventilation, like holy kind of gaps, like you don't see it, but like holding it up, maybe you could, so it's like far away you don't really necessarily notice it, but up close you kind of do, where it's like you can see it's a little bit more breathable, and that's fine with me. I'll be wearing a tank top under this anyway, just because that's how I am, but I think it is so pretty. I don't even know if I can get this over my head. Should we try? Should we see if that's gonna happen? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Put that one over here for now. Put this one over here. Let's see. So this is as far as I have on this. Oh my god, my hair just got caught on the needle. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And I think it is so pretty. I think it goes really well with my eyes. I have hazel eyes. They're kind of green and brown. So I thought this would be really pretty. I don't know. Can you see? Does it match? Anyways, I thought it was really cute. I'm excited to work on this. The texture is great. I knew I would love it though, because the night shift shawl that I have, it is so good. I love that shawl. Anyways, so this is, whoops, I'm all tangled. Oh god. Hair, oh my gosh, sometimes I really think I should just get a pixie cut and chop it all off, but I'm kind of chicken to do that. But yeah, that is the other thing I've been working on lately. Honestly, my stripes sweater, I didn't really work on it this past weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel the oomph to work on it. I was too obsessed with the tank top. So I was knitting on that a lot. I'll probably put some more rows in on this here maybe later this week. Yeah, just put a little bit more in on this one. I'm very happy that I separated the sleeves on the big heavy sweater I'm working on, the Lumme Sweater. So everything's going well. I'm hoping I can finish that tank top by the time we move. Or slightly after we move. That would be lovely, because I would love to start wearing that. And in her pattern, she offers 2 different shaping options that you can choose while you're knitting up her Lumme sweater. I've noticed so far. I'm very happy about that. She has some back shaping. So after the yoke, there is some back shaping there. So for, you know, bustier ladies, if you need a little extra room, there's that. So definitely take a look at the pattern or buy it and knit it if you're interested in that. And she also offers a short row down towards the bottom. So you kind of have like a high-low hem, which I'm going to opt in for because I love that look. Oh my god, I think that's like one of my favorite hem lines on any t-shirt or on a dress. I love the high-low. I think it looks so nice. Or like the baseball tees, you know, where it's like low and it kind of goes high on the sides and then back low. Oh my god, I love that. also before I go. And then I'm going to get into these like pinks. I don't know if it's, oh, that got really bright. Oh my gosh. Oh, it got really bright. I'm so sorry. I touched the screen. I was trying to focus it. But yeah, and then it's going to get into these pretty pinks and blues at some point soon, so I'm very happy about that. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I'll see you in the next clip.